Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video, we're going to be going through Act 6, quest number 4. And this one was not too bad. It was actually rather short. Now, I'm going to show you the path that I chose. You want to go down here and take that portal. You could continue down, but you want to take the portal and portal over here. This is the easiest path. You don't have to deal with anything other than the global nodes. So if you're just going for an initial completion, this is what you want to do. All right, so let's talk about the global node, which is called Close Encounters. Now, for this global node, it's similar to a previous global node. But here, when you're close, you're going to regenerate 1% of your health. And when you are too far away from them, you're going to degenerate 3% of your health. Now, you don't have a buff that triggers willpower to heal you. You just straight heal 1% or degen 3%. Now, for most of these fights, that did not make much of a difference. But you're going to see what a difference it made for the boss, which is Loki. All right, so we're fighting this Phoenix first off here. Not bad. If you know how to fight Phoenix, she is no different here. Just remember that you want to play somewhat aggressively. You don't want to stay too far away, because the farther you are away, the more damage you're going to take. Now, Blade is great because he heals. So even if you're far away, you could also heal up. So you see we finished with 70%, which for Blade is pretty much max, because he cannot heal past that, at least not on his own, his signature ability. All right, so down goes Phoenix. Next up, we've got Sabertooth. Now, if you look over here to the left, you see that I did bring Archangel, and that's who I normally use against Sabertooth. But I want to use my Captain America Infinity War. I need more practice with him, and he's a lot of fun. So I bring him in instead for this Sabertooth, but Archangel would have worked just fine. All right, so with Captain America Infinity War, what I do is I try to get those petrifies on Sabertooth, and to do that, all you need to do is parry, but you do have to have a tech on your team. Otherwise, your parries are not going to give you that petrify. Each petrify debuff is 25% reduced healing. Now, if you have the Despair Mastery maxed out, then after you put up, I think, maybe 2, he will start to take damage. You know, it'll reverse the healing. So you can see that healing, but look at that. I have 2 petrifies, and he was already starting to take damage. So Captain America Infinity War, great option for this fight. So is Archangel. And just look at that damage. Captain America, you are one beast. All right, so that is Sabertooth down. So far, not having too much of a problem. Like I said, you're not dealing with anything but the global node. And when I chose my team, I chose it after scouting out the path. All right, so I saw a lot of these guys I was going to be facing that would heal. And that's why I made sure I brought in Captain America Infinity War, as well as Archangel. And again, I could have used Archangel here, but I want more practice with Captain America Infinity War. And just in case I really messed up and lost Captain America Infinity War, I would have Archangel as a backup to deal with these healers. And if you're not aware, Archangel, when he gets, especially when he's awakened, he gets those neurotoxins on them. Depending on SIG level, he can shut down their abilities, including the heals. All right, but even if he is not awakened, his poisons reduce their healing by 30%. That's something that a lot of people don't realize. So even unawakened, Archangel is a beast. I took him to rank 4 unawakened. And for dealing with healing, you just need to stack up about 3 poisons, which they get just from hitting into your block, and you are basically shutting down their healing. get 4 poisons on them, and they're not healing at all. So Archangel, whether he's awakened or not, is a great option for these fights as well. As long as they can be bled and poisoned, and you have Archangel, bring him. All right, so now we are fighting Guillotine. And she doesn't do any kind of crazy healing. But since I haven't used him yet, I said, you know what? Let's bring out Archangel. He's collecting dust over there. And I've already fought Sabertooth and Wolverine. So let's bring out Archangel. She can be bled and poisoned. So you see I was able to get those neurotoxins on. And that's pretty much how you fight with Archangel. You can parry, stun him, fire off your heavies. You can fire off your special ones. He's got so much, but your goal is to get those neurotoxins on. And because I'm running suicides, I try not to fire off specials a lot. That's why you see me basically doing heavies rather than firing off specials. And here, I waited until her health was down low, let those neurotoxins work, and then just went in for the kill. Fire off his special 3. His special 3 also has a stun component. So even if this special 3 doesn't take her out right out, I'm still going to be able to get her. Okay? Didn't even get a chance to go hit her, but she was stunned. So even if she had, you know, if she had her special 3 ready, I would have still been safe and okay. So next up, we've got Hood. Now, I don't have Ghost Rider along with Blade, but Hood is a dimensional being, and so Blade still gets Danger Sense. That's in fact all Blade gets Danger Sense against is dimensional beings. When he is combined with Ghost Rider, he gets Danger Sense as well with villains, but he needs that synergy. And with Mephisto and Dormammu, you know, either one of those, he gets Danger Sense against all mystics. But naturally, his signature ability applies only to dimensional beings. So Hood and Dormammu, I know for sure. I think Magic as well. All right, so he is the perfect counter for this Hood. But honestly, you can bring in pretty much anybody and take down this Hood if you know how to fight Hood. Bait out those special ones and pretty much take him down. That's it. So if you have, I could have brought in my Archangel for this fight. He's not bleed immune. He's not poison immune. So Archangel would have worked. Captain America Infinity War would have worked. Corvus would have worked. All right. So down goes Hood. The Hood. All right, so that is it for all of the fights except for the final boss. So a very easy clear. And now we're facing this Loki. Now, what I normally do is I go in with who I consider to be the weakest counter for a boss and try to get as much damage as I can, and I just work my way up until I finally go in with the person that I think will take him out. All right, now for this fight, I'm going to tell you 2 things that really messed me up. The global node, trying to play around that, and that limber. Okay, so Archangel, as you know, he can poison and bleed and get those neurotoxins, but I use a lot of heavies and parries. And of course with limber, you have a limited number of those before it's just not going to work. My problem is being able to tell when that happens. Okay, now he has an unblockable special 1. This special 1 is easy to evade, as you saw. However, thanks to the global node, every time I evade it, all this time I'm degenning. So even though I evaded the special, I still take damage anytime he does it. See, I'm taking damage. I'm trying to play aggressively, but he fires off that special, that keeps you away from him because you have to evade it, and so you're going to take damage. And then here, I'm trying to bait out that special 2, and all he's doing is firing heavies at me. That's it. And then hitting into my block, which is doing more damage. So just whittling me down here. Okay? And so I saw that, and I'm just like, okay, this is not going to be as straightforward and simple as I thought. Now, for some folks, they don't have any problem with this node, but this is just something to keep in mind, that if you take a lot of blocked hits, or if you try to bait out a lot, you're going to be taking damage because you're going to be away from him thanks to the global node. Now, what you saw happen there was because of Limber. He recovered faster than I was expecting and then just wrecked me real quick. I didn't have enough health to deal with anything. All right, so I'm like, all right, well, not a big deal. I know that I'm going to get him down without using a revive. That's not, a question. But I'm still trying to play around this global node and get some practice in. Okay, and especially since it's unblockable, his specials, his special 1, he caught me there. And he caught me there because I was trying to figure out a way to evade the special while still staying somewhat close to him. And, well, I wasn't able to do it, as you saw. Alright, so here, I want to fire off that special 2, but he's too close to a special 3. Alright, so I got him to fire his special 2, fired off my special 2. But, as you see there, not a whole lot of damage. And down I went again. So I'm like, man, this didn't go quite the way that I had envisioned it going. Because I'm like, well, this is Loki, so I should be able to get him down pretty easily. And I was already familiar, so I thought, with the global node, fought my way up here with the global node. But when the AI uses their specials a lot, and that global node is giving you that degen and you have to try to bait out specials, you're just basically working against the clock. Okay, so one thing I would suggest here is high damage champions. I see that they can work a lot better. Now, I got him there. I almost got wrecked because I missed that first part thanks to that Limber and me just mistiming it. But I got him with the second part of that special too. All right. Now, if I had, say, Starkey, you see there, that Limber is getting me. And so again, Limber. I just don't learn. And that was Limber again. See, one of my problems is trying to adjust on the fly my style of play. Okay. So I'm used to doing parry heavies or parry and attacks. And so with the Limber, you can't fight like that. Now, if he was stun immune from the beginning, then I would be fighting that style from the beginning. But instead, he wasn't, so I have to shift. And I just didn't do that very well. But we still were going to be able to take him down, except I just made too many mistakes. All right? So Starkey, I knew was going to be my star in any case. But he didn't have that much to do in the end. But with Starkey, all I would have to do is build up my poise charges, try not to wait too long so I didn't degen too much, and then just go ham on him. And that would have worked as well. All right, so that's going to do it, guys. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. And you guys have a blessed day.